Welcome everyone, Dylan Gemelli here today with a brand new video for you. So today we're going to talk about Trenbolone half-life, but first let me remind you, I am not a doctor. Any of the information that I give you is for your entertainment purposes only. I have no control how you use it. That is completely up to you. I am simply giving you information that I've accumulated over the years through studies, experience, etc. So this is completely up to you what you do with it from here. Now, a common point of discussion when anybody's planning an anabolic steroid cycle is the half-life of each compound that they may be using. The half-life of a drug is the length of time it takes for the amount of the substance present to actually decrease by half. Now, this information is generally used in two ways when it comes to a steroid cycle. The first one is to determine how often you need to dose it, obviously, and the second one is to determine how long that it could take for undesirable side effects to then subside. The Trenbolone half-life is of particular interest when planning a cycle for many reasons. It's a very, very potent anabolic steroid, and it's available in two compounds, Tren acetate and Tren enanthate. Now, there's Tren hex, Tren suspension, etc., but we're going to focus on these two. That's getting it out of sorts there. Tren hex being multiple esters of Tren in one, and basically Tren no ester. We're going to skip all of that. We're going to focus on enanthate and acetate. These compounds are available in three forms for two routes of administration. We've got injection, oral tablets, or then powder that can be used to make an oral or injectable solution. To understand the difference between the two forms of Tren, one's got to understand the definition and the purpose of an ester. Now, an ester in terms of steroid composition is a carbon chain that's attached to a steroid. The ester itself is what's going to determine the half-life of a drug as well as its solubility in the bloodstream. Now, there's 11 different esters varying from one another only in the number of carbon atoms attached. The more carbon atoms, the heavier the ester is going to be. Now, the heavier the ester, the more the steroid dosage is composed of carbon rather than steroid. This means that steroids attached to esters with a higher number of carbon atoms like enanthate, which has 8, will have a longer half-life, and therefore it needs to be taken less frequently. The benefits of Tren E are partly that you only have to inject it, twice a week, whereas with acetate, you're going every other day. With the basic chemistry knowledge, you can understand the chemical difference between Tren acetate and Tren enanthate. Acetate is a carbon chain or ester composed of 2 carbons, while enanthate is composed of 8, as I previously said. This essentially means that the potency of Tren A is going to be greater than that of Tren E, but the half-life is much shorter, so the side effects are going to subside sooner with Tren A than Tren E. The half-life of Tren A ranges from 24 to 72 hours, while the half-life of Tren E ranges from 7 to 10 days. So, and I was talking about Tren X. Now the half-life, and this is a third variation of Trenbolone, also known as Parabolone, is a full 14 days. Now keep in mind that only half of the original concentration has left the system in this amount of time. The full dose has not cleared the body and side effects may have subsided, but some, will not be gone at this point. So just keep that in mind. Now, the half-life of Tren is of very strong importance because the side effects can be pretty severe and intolerable in like a small percentage of the users. Now, side effects are classified as basic or severe when you're looking at anything. Basic side effects are acne, rare cases of gynecomastia, high blood pressure, hypertension, hair loss, decreased libido, aggression, mood changes. Now, severe side effects. Tren has some severe side effects. They're not life-threatening maybe, but they're unbearable to some people. Now we're looking at night sweats, severe anxiety, severe aggression, absence of libido, erectile dysfunction, and Tren cough. And then there can be some really mental strain when you're using Tren. It can affect you psychologically. A lot of people don't understand that, or it's not pointed out enough. This is a severe thing, okay? And a lot of people overlook this fact, but you have to be very aware that you can get completely lost mentally when you're on Tren. Tren cough is a severe cough that comes as quickly as it goes. It's very sudden and it's short-lasting and, frankly, a lot of people without explanation. None of these side effects have proven to be dangerous in terms of fatal, at least for the most part at all, but many athletes fear and dread dealing with any of these because they can be very bad. Athletes who experience severe side effects should just stop. Tren does not agree with everybody. I assure you, it does not. And it is not for everybody, and it's definitely not for a beginner. Keep in mind that it will take days for tren acetate or weeks for tren enanthate to leave your system and provide relief of side effects. And that's why tren enanthate's not good for a first-time tren user, because enanthate stays in your system. And if you need to stop because you can't handle it, you need this out of your system quickly. And it's not going to get out quickly with tren enanthate. It could be 2 to 3 weeks, if not a little bit more, before these side effects start to subside. So keep that in mind as well. So that being said, www.icearms.com/forums. You can get me there with questions and comments. I'm also in the evolutionary forum as well as elite fitness forums. Dylan@icearms.com is my email. Send me all questions and comments there. Check the descriptions below. You can see my social media links, where to find my old videos, information. Don't want to miss any of that. And please subscribe to the channel. So that being said, stay tuned for plenty more to come. Dylan Gemelli, signing off.